Welcome to Good Old Storytelling. Here we hark back to the golden age of radio, right before the time your granddaddy was learning to jerk off. Here we have no expensive visual effects, no high-priced Hollywood actors, just good old stories to guide and inspire us in our daily lives. Our focus is to touch the heart with quality tales, not computer effects. So take out your bottle of lube and stick a butt plug up your ass. Comfortable? Then we'll begin. Bastard Kestrel, a short story. Written by Iron Man, proofread and financed by Presario, read by Xtina. BK was growing old. He could begin to see it showing in his face. He always looked tired. His hair was falling out and turning white, his flat stomach growing soft. Where has it all gone, BK? The youth, the power. All gone now. You're a shadow of your former self. You were part of the driving force that gave queers authority over the breeders. You paraded in London and sucked dicks before the light of a day, wearing a little pink ballerina costume and shouting from the bottom of your lungs, "I'm a fag! I'm a fag!" You scant-loving bastard. You once lay in a tub butt naked and had the entire party of homos jerk off, piss, puke, and shit on you. You loved it, you degenerate fuck. Is this why you began to take it up the ass to begin with? You wanted to feel dirty? No, you were always a woman inside. A poor, loving woman trapped inside the flesh of a man. You hate your penis. You've thought of cutting it off for years, but you're too much of a coward to try it. What scares you more than the physical pain is the thought you'll never miss it. I'm sorry, is the thought you will miss it. No, you self-hating fag. You deserve the tool between your legs as a reminder that you'll never find happiness. You'll never be loved by a man. You'll never be pregnant. You'll never be a mother or have a child love you. No, there was never a happy ending in store for BK. Or for you, BK. Even in a gay relationship, you know it's fake. What purpose does butt-fucking another man have when you're not be able to build a family? It's false love, like loving a dog. You both know your objects. It's all an ego trip to satisfy your misguided sexual drives. But why do you still live? What madness prevents you from ending your existence, you tortured soul? You live alone with your retarded sister. Your mother's last words were to take good care of her. The state sends you a check every month. At first, this was why you didn't dump her on the side of the highway. The stupid little brat. There is no brain in there. She's like a stupid animal, a vegetable. There is no soul, no identity, no ego, nothing but reaction to stimulations from the environment. The reaction to pain she gives are the same mechanisms as a Medusa swimming away from your stick. You have her wear a big fat diaper. You don't change it for 3 days. Alas, the moment comes, you both sit in the bath and cover yourselves with the poison. You paint your retarded sister brown, you sick motherfucker. You lick her clean, suck her tits, stick your dick in her mouth. You'd be thinking of pulling out her teeth in the curiosity of knowing if the blowjob will be better. You make up your mind you should do it now before the camera. You've been recording these sessions to the internet for 2 years now. Sit twisted fucks watching your tape and torture your half-brain-dead sister. You sometimes use pure physical sadism. You hog-tie her and insert nails through the fat of her ass. Other days you'll stick hot peppers up her cunt. The cries she gives out are more animal than human. Others you just begin to verbally abuse her. You tell her you don't love her anymore. She begins to cry and asks you why you don't love her in her retarded voice. You tell her that the only way for you to love her again is if she pulls the head off her favorite doll. She speaks to this doll. To her she is alive, her only friend, but out of love for you she pulls it apart. Thousands of men begin to jerk off as she sobs for hours, asking for forgiveness from her fucking doll. You walk in with your female dominatrix Nazi suit. Your small cock and balls turn into a ball within the female underwear. You're an expert at wearing high heels. You love it, you filthy queer. You have your tiny Nazi hat and whip at hand. You tie your sister to your torture chair. You use her special mask that prevents her from closing her mouth and allowing you to mouth fuck and force feed her. Keep that jaw down. You look at the camera and smile. We are getting ready for the operation, you say, while moving out of sight just to come back with a white doctor's jacket. Call me the angel of death. Ha ha ha! You lay your electric toolbox next to her and begin to experiment with them. Red blood blows out of her mouth. You pick up the camera and give it a close-up. You want to be sure every last detail is shown. Look at her eyes, brown like those of a cow. There's no soul behind those tears. You continue to operate and laugh sadistically. You decide to hide her teeth up her ass. Once they are all gone, you pull out your penis and place it in her mouth. Ah, gentlemen, it's even better than I expected. The hot blood feels better than any pussy juice. I really hope my jizz will sting this cunt's wounds. Your videos begin to be ever more violent. With her teeth gone, her speech became completely incomprehensible. You put her back in the chair and with the needle and string closed her mouth, only leaving a small gap in the middle, big enough for your dick. You laughed into the camera when you fed her with the turkey baster. You begin to charge extra for having your fans pick what should be put in the blender. One paid you 3,000 euros to have her cat turn to juice right before her eyes, but you felt in paradise when you were wired 10,000 to cut off her toes and feed them back to her through the tube. 6 weeks pass since the teeth came out. A loudspeaker tells you to come out with your hands up. You saw outside your window that you were surrounded. You went too far. Someone could not take it and mailed a copy of your vids with your website address. You run back to the basement and turn the camera on live. You explain to your fans that the cops are here, but you won't allow them to take you alive. You begin to stick a shotgun up your ass. With lube and years of fucking yourself, this is no problem. But you can't reach the trigger. Time is running out. They are inside the house. You tell your sister to pull the fucking trigger. She's scared she won't do it. Pull the fucking trigger, I'll hit you. The bullets destroy your body, but your head and one lung are intact. You fall to the floor. The cops break in and see blood everywhere. Your sister is in the corner crying. You spit blood and can muster enough energy to say, "It's all on video, assholes. Enjoy the show," giving them the finger before falling dead. Moral of the story: if you're going to molest a family member, make sure it's the retard. And for fuck's sakes, don't tell anyone about it. The end.